Welcome back, folks, to the Drill Stadium. Just making sure you can hear me, just a bit, we're all good. For today's Lowland League match between Broomhill and Caledonian Braves. And I am delighted once again to be joined by my partner in crime, the part-timer himself, Martin Fleming. How are you, my friend?
I was good until that start, Mark. No, I'm very good.
Everyone, welcome in. I've seen Alex is in Man City. I've just seen your brother, by the way. He's in attendance today. Shove. Coach Shove saying moan the opponents. That's his style. And there's Jonathan as well, setting up the Grenna. You know what the game today needs? It was a good result for you boys midweek. But in case she's missed it, we had an away game at Bonnyrigg Rose. And unfortunately... Oh, wait a minute. We're just doing a few audio tests here, so I might have been a bit loud there, folks. Unfortunately, we came away with a defeat, a 2-0 defeat, but we played quite well in spells. Martin, have you seen back the, what I'll say is professional footage filmed by yours truly?
Yes, I have indeed. I think, you know, like we keep saying, there is a lot of strong spells even when it comes to some of the games that we aren't exactly taking what we need from it. But, you know, I think today's a really big game, especially after that. We'll be looking to bounce back for that. But we have got tough opponents in Caledonian Braves because they've had some really good results as of late, including a draw against East Kilbride.
Yeah, don't underestimate this Brave side at all. As Martin says, they've had a couple of really good results after a bit of a so-so start, but this league is so unpredictable other than the fact that they'll at least in their bottom. Let me quickly show you the lineups for today. We'll have a wee nosy. You'll see not too many changes from a Broomhill point of view. We do have Dom Lavelle into the centre mid. Gabe Skier, Sean Slave and Jack Hodge leading the line. Gabe will be more kind of off the wing, but it'll be Sean Slavin and Jack Hodge really pressing. And obviously, Big Mick Dunlop leading the defence. He's been an absolute rock so far.
Yeah, he's been terrific every game. Definitely the type of player we need right now in the back four.
And you're looking at the Cali Braves lineup. Can I firstly start off by saying Cole Stars is the best name in this league? Man should be on Broadway with a name like that. But Zach Butterworth is worth a look. Guy who is more than capable going forward. Those of you that have got a wee addiction to Football Manager might recognise him. Jamie Walker, again's another one to keep an eye on, but it is quite a different Brave side, similar to the fact it's quite a different Broomhill side this year.
Definitely, you know, we're seeing that with a lot of teams in a week in, week out. There has been a massive restructure in these clubs. Obviously, it might not be as big as Broomhill right now, but yeah, we're definitely seeing that a lot.
Right, who's in? Stevie, welcome in. There's Chris as well. Going to huge things then, Alex. Hopefully, mate. You're on nice, no worries, Johnson. Well, hopefully we'll give you a wee bit of entertainment before you go to your work later on. And good afternoon, squad, as well. Good to see you back in. The league is predictably unpredictable is the best way to put it, I think. Like, you would have seen it in the intro. We get the league table up. You'll see it again at half-time, but Dalbeattie Star currently are leading the way with the only 100% record after 4 games. Some teams have played 3 or 2, but Star have had an unbelievable start, given that most people thought they'd struggle this year.
Yep, it's been incredible. If you would have said that last season before, no one would have really believed you, especially because Richie Maxwell has had it quite tough in recent seasons. Since he's came in, he's been fighting relegation, he's been fighting just to get above the bottom 4, and that, for a start like that, it's terrific for the Star.
Yeah, and Star today are playing Edinburgh University, who, after their initial draw with us in the opening day, have lost their subsequent 3 games, so you'd expect Star to keep it going, at the least. In terms of Broomhill, got a win on the board, 2 draws and 1 defeat, so solid enough, but again, if we want to push ahead in mid-table, today's the kind of game that we really need to get something from.
Yeah, you definitely felt like, you know, there was a lot of confidence in that 3-0 win against Featherleaf. We just hope that it hasn't been knocked with the 2-0 Bonnyrigg game, because we did play really good and showed, you know, a sort of new passion now as the boys are starting to find their feet in their new squad. So hopefully that can continue. Hopefully we can grab the win today, because it could spark off a good run.
Here's hoping. I will get that lineup off the screen in just a minute or two, because the boys are away getting ready to get this game underway. We have just a few minutes till kick-off, but obviously if you're in the chat, if you're first time, let us know as well. But let's hear some predictions for you as well, because I genuinely think that this is probably the tightest game we've had so far in terms of an opponent that's very similar to ourselves.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is what I was saying just before the game. You know, Cali Braves they were the new boys last season, and now obviously with our rebranding, it does seem as if we have took we're just stepping into the shoes of Cali Braves this season. So it's a really similar setup. I think the squads are quite similar. It wouldn't surprise me a draw. I don't want a draw, but it's my prediction.
You sit in that fence if you want to sit in that fence. I'm going to put my neck out and I'm going to say a Broomhill win. But if we do win the day, I reckon it'll be a narrow one. Either way, to be honest, I don't see either side running away with it. It's just two quite competitive sides in midfield. I think midfield's a strength for both. Yeah,
and even in the past 3 seasons, Cali Braves have always been a potential slip up for us. So obviously it's a new chapter now as Broomhill, so could go either way today.
You'd think, just to answer Alex and Squires, you'd think Dalbeattie will fall off a wee bit, but who knows? If they start that way and keep going, momentum's a big thing in this league. Sai's in, good CSI. Who else has jumped in? 2-1 Braves was a prediction for Amp. Kind of ties in what we were saying, just a narrow win or a draw.
Yeah.
There are 3 Jacks in that Braves team. It's almost like us last season with all the Jamies. They've gone they basically have taken their mantle if you look at it that way. 2-2 Roscoe, how you doing? Jakey, welcome as well. Big Jambo, why are you in this chat when you're in the stadium watching it with us? If anyone doesn't know, Jambo Mason is sitting somewhere nearby watching this game in the stand. 2-1 win for Broomhill. That's a couple of 2-1s and 1-1s getting predicted. Fleming coming in with a 1-1 boost, 2-2. Welcome in, gents. Odds of a red card. I don't really think there's that high odds of a red card today, I'll be honest, folks. We're 2 more mild-mannered teams, I would suggest.
You would definitely say we don't really have a history of red cards between the 2 sides. It's not really one of their games.
Now that I've said that, it's going to be 9 men aside. It's going to be utter chaos. But here we go with the Braves coming out onto the pitch first. So I'll get rid of those lineups and I'll introduce you to their kit as well. It's quite a nice kit they've got, I must admit.
I really like that.
Side note, it actually looks a bit like our home badge with that diagonal, similar colours in it.
Yeah, I think a few people have actually made that comparison.
But yeah, one of the nicer kits you'll see in the league in terms of an opponent this year. I still think we've got the best kit, so
definitely.
Just putting it out there. And I promised you I would let you know when you can potentially pick up. I don't know yet, but I'll keep you posted, don't worry. I know I've had a few messages about it. Jambo try to get a game, he's a trialist today. Number 75 on the bench. Braves do have a number 75 substitute today, by the way. All the numbers are normal to the last one, and it's 75, so I might have missed something. There might be some significance to it, I don't know.
Also interesting to see Davy Winters on the bench for Braves.
Davy Winters, the man that famously offered me a square goal for calling him 60 odds the last time he played on a stream. So I will be calling him it again if he comes off the bench.
He's definitely a man that's been saying last season for a couple of years, let's put it that way.
Pretty sure he's retired 5 times by now. But he is more of a coach, he's got the coach gear on. Does have his boots here just in case, but I don't expect to see Davy on the pitch today, I would say. Ex-BSC, when we're under the road, guys. So far midfield. So we're just about ready to get going. The referee, unlike last week, is bang on time. Ryan Cinnamon's in the centre circle. Just before we do get started, Martin, what's your thoughts on Dom Lavelle getting a start in the centre mid?
I think it's a great choice because, last week at the Vale Even game, we definitely talked about him on more than one occasion. When he came on, he had a really good start.
So we are now in the capable hands of Cammy, the cameraman, who does have a microphone to give me abuse if I'm too cheeky to him as we get the game underway. And it is Braves who will start with the ball. Broomhill straight on the press, which is becoming a bit of a staple of the way we play now. Pressing quite high up the pitch. Direct ball forward, it's easy enough for Mick Dunlop, and we get our first chance to put a move together. Back to Owen Stoughton goals. If we've got any Canadians in the chat again, welcome in, folks. Owen starting again as Cassidy belts one forward towards Slavin. Wins a flick on and Gabe Skirk was there, but it's gone straight through harmlessly to the goalkeeper. Cammy the cameraman, also Mikey the microphone man. Well, I don't know if man's been called Mikey, but we can game it if you want. Yeah, good, sensible defending for Mick Dunlop there, but it does go out for a Braves throw in a pretty good attacking position. Possession's going to be so important in this game, isn't it, Martin?
Definitely. I think we've got two teams that really go for a long ball as well, so we really need to try and balance out.
Both sides do try to play the ball in the deck when possible, but do expect a couple of direct balls, including a throw-in like that. It's well dealt with by Broomhill. But yeah, not afraid to go direct, even if they're putting it back towards their own keeper. It's well cleared.
Broomhill getting good pressure there.
Yep. Cassidy gives away the free kick. He was just a wee bit late to that one. What kind of pie at half time? I hate to disappoint you, Si, but I had a KFC pre-match, so I don't know if I can justify a pie at half time.
I think you can always justify a pie in Alloa.
To be fair, aye. I'm probably going to end up with a steak pie. Davy Winters, Jesus, he sold God wished him good morning when he started creating the earth. Is Cali go close? I was getting distracted by a bit of Davy Winters slagging it, wasn't he, for me? Decent attempt, that.
Yeah, it was a good header in. Actually, for a second, thought it was just going to make it behind Stott, but...
Here's FM Works in. Welcome in, my man. How's things? I don't know, Bennett. Can you tell me if there is? So I'm told. Barzo. There he is. I'm on the boys. How you doing, Barzo? As Stott clears it away. Dom Lavelle wins a flick on. Cinnamon again. And Slavin can't quite get to that, but it comes back for Broomhill. Gabe Skier. Dom Lavelle puts it forward towards Slavin. It should be dealt with comfortably enough.
Yeah, and exactly like you just said, we're seeing long ball after long ball.
And again, Cassidy gives away another free kick. Something to keep an eye on there, because that's a couple of soft ones that he's steamed into the back of the man when he didn't necessarily need to. Yeah,
it's very unnecessary tackles, especially for so early on.
I think Alex has now for the third time said, come on Cali Braves, just to try and make me notice him. Right, it's a free kick chance here for Braves. Ball into the middle, away by Cinnamon, and again eventually completes the clearance. Oh, not quite, actually I spoke too soon.
That bit shaky there for Dom Lavelle, couldn't get his foot on it.
It's broken for us though, great turn for Hodge. Finds Slavin, Dom Lavelle's there. Sean Slavin takes himself, and that's a 1-0! Yes! Broomhill opened the scoring, great play for Sean Slavin. Had a runner, used him well, brought it on his left. Great finish by the big man.
Great finish, like you really just kept thinking he was maybe going to try and square it there, but it was a nice little neat finish.
That's just what he needed as well. He's been snatching a wee bit of chances here and there. He's needed a goal. But that gives you an indication of what he's capable of. Not just a big man, he's got, I'm going to say it again, folks, sorry, decent feet for a big lad. Cracking goal, and it is 1-0 to the home side.
Definitely against the run of play in the opening minutes there.
We won't complain too much. Highland League currently have taken the lead against Clachan from Martin and against Forest as well. As always, keep us up to date with all the scores on the doors. Obviously, the SPFL starts today as well, so we'll keep a passing interest in the score lines as they are. As yet again another free kick. Cali Braves, and again, I just need to double check. It was Cole Stars, their number 9. You need to remember that because he's won 3 free kicks already. Seems to be their main focal point going forward, as well as having a tremendous name.
Oh yeah, Michael's definitely a big fan of
that. I love Si's comment about the goal. Absolutely selfish run, cracking goal.
I don't think he's alone in thinking that. At first, a lot of people were thinking pass.
He did take it well, Roscoe, didn't he? Right, so Broomhill back on the attack. Cinnamon managed to hold on to that after a slightly dodgy touch. Dunlop goes back to one stop. Pennant now hangover 1-0 deal. That's a 2-0 surely after last week as well, mate. Jack Hodge is going to get on to that. It was his turn in the midfield that made that move as well. As the ball goes out to the far side, Gabe can't win the head up. And it will come to a Broomhill throw-in.
Good wee spell of possession there. I think that's just what we needed there in the opening 5 minutes when it seemed to be a lot of Braves.
Yeah, in midweek, Jack Hodge, number 10, had a really decent game for us as well, so he's more than earned his starting slot today. And as I say, he basically created that move for Sean to get on the score sheet.
Yep.
And he is half Brazilian. I'm still sticking to this line, folks. Don't care if he was only in Brazil for about 3 days, he is Brazilian Scots. Good tackle. Rangers 2, Livy now. We're hearing who scored the second, Alex? Barzo would have saved that there. I'd agree with that, Chris, to be fair. You can obviously chip in yourself, Barzo, with your thoughts. Braves taking their time, just try to get a foot in the ball. Again, good pressing for the Broomhill front line. Slavin still making a nuisance to himself, and ultimately that'll be easy enough for Crawford to deal with, but it is going to be a throw into the Braves. Belter Horizon will come in, won the Broomhill. Scotty Wright scored a second, interesting. He's not in my fantasy team, shock horror. Oh, that's a decent ball at back post. And it came right through McDunlop's there. Reads the game really well. Braves come again. Ball out to the right-hand side. And this time it'll drop for Owen Scott. That's another area of the pitch to keep an eye on there, folks, because we've got Reagan O'Sullivan, number 3, starting at left back today. It's his first appearance for us, so curious to see how Reagan gets on.
It was an ambitious cross as well that I didn't think would reach, but like you said, we're definitely shaky in that area.
Ball forward for Stotch, Slavin's underneath. Comes back though, there's Reagan. Good fighting in the midfield. Lavelle's ball through, Slavin this time is crowded out. And we recycle things again. Number 7's the other new face that you might not recognise, Ross Alexander, with the green boots in the midfield for us. And he started pretty well, his Ross, so keep an eye on him and Dom in the midfield, a new pairing. That one's going to come through for Mick. Yep, McDunlop deals with it. Cassidy brings it forward. Tries to find Slavin, who can't bring it in, unfortunately, under pressure.
That way, Jack Hodge there on this side, absolutely screaming for it.
Again, it's all direct balls for Cali Brave so far. This time they go out the wing. And the overlap's on, but he gets pushed inside again. Stars. Lavelle could have nicked that, but it's got past him. And you can't put aimless balls forward with Mick Dunlop, so.
No, that's very true. But you know, because they've nearly had that couple of breakthroughs there, I doubt they'll be stopping anytime soon.
Jack Hodge does well to intercept the throw in, and he can't quite start a counter attack. And Sean was looking to get on the back shoulder. So Midden take the lead against Dundee, we're hearing, so obviously Man City's a happy man. Bonus up against Vale 1-0. Could be another long season for Vale.
Like you said, it's not a shocker anymore, is it?
If anyone missed the Twitter beef, I encourage you to go back and have a look for last week. It's well worth 5 minutes of your time. Especially when they started it and they couldn't take it. Right, Braves looking to build for the back. Get plenty of space now. As soon as they get up to about the halfway line, the press will start, but they've broken the lines. Broomhill getting back into shape. Spreading it side to side. And here's a chance. Alexander's there. Shot comes in, and it's easy enough for one stop. A good play there for the Braves. And Dalbeattie have taken the lead against Edinburgh Uni as well. Big Russell Curry. Man's on fire just now. Forward from own stop, looking for Slavin. That's going to bounce about, and Hodge will get on that. Oh, he's lost his footing at the critical time, unfortunately. It is going to be a Broomhill throw, though.
You know, as you recall as well, for the Vale game, we seem to be saying that a lot about players slipping.
Yeah, it's an interesting one because Astro hasn't changed over the summer, so it is a lot of kind of new players to it, though, so it'll take them a few games to adjust. It's going to be another throw after Slavin turned his man, but another defender was on hand to put the ball out the stadium. So far, so good. Wolfie taking an early lead. It's been quite quiet since the goal, but one chance, one goal. It's been pretty clinical. As Cinnamon comes forward, fancies a dig. Not a bad attempt as a rangefinder, but would have needed to be something special from 35 yards. Bennett. Ooh, air misses. I wouldn't say so, Ticker, by the way. Welcome in, mate. It's just been a wee bit kind of direct football with not too many clear-cut chances as yet. The one clear-cut chance has been a goal, and that's been it, Martin.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it just doesn't seem like Cali Braves are going to change their style of play anytime soon, especially when they are able to just try and nip in, like you said, get us in areas that we might not be as experienced in.
I would go for a throw-in to Broomhill. I thought Reagan might have got a touch on that, but we've got the throw anyway. And it'll be another throw to the home side. Yeah, the game's just beginning to settle down a wee bit. It's a bit less frantic after that opening little piece there. It's actually a goal kick rather than a throw-in. I thought it managed to go out right at the corner flag, but Stock gets it started again. Cassidy. Mike Dunlop with all the time in the world to pick the right pass. Nothing too drastic as he goes back to stop. And forward we go. Broomhill sweep up. Cassidy does well to get it out to Crawford. Now Slavin's got some space. He flicks it on. He had time to bring it in, but he was trying to get a Skiak in behind.
Good pressure there by Skiak.
Really good pressure.
We've got a lot of forward players that will not give up as soon as that ball goes forward.
That's a couple of times already where Ross Alexander's managed to get right in faces and win throw-ins as well. Pressing really well. It's good to see, especially when he's as his debut, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he's made an appearance for us.
I mean, you're asking the wrong person right now because I'm still struggling to put faces to names.
Louis Crawford goes on the outside, tries to get it across, and he's won a corner. 2-0 bonus already, so it is going to be a long old day for Vale Leithen, it feels like. Oh, the cinnamon swirl chat's back, oh dear. Gaz, welcome in, how's things? Edinburgh Uni have equalised. Oh, there you go. I was a turn up for the books. Let us know if it was their big number 9, because his name escapes me now, but he was easily their best player when we played them. Oh, Slavin taking on a half volley from that corner. Not sure if that was planned or not, but it came in, fizzed in low from Cinnamon. Just trying to flick it in on target. Got under it too much and went over the bar. Decent opportunity. "4G, Georgia, yeah. We're ground sharing with Alloa. So it is an SPFL ground we're playing just now. Ball forward from Braves. Reagan wins it. Cinnamon wins it again. Now Hodge. Good patient play, but a nameless ball forward. Can hear the gaffer shouting to hold on to it. As Cinnamon goes back to the keeper. Nothing too speculative. Stott looks for Gabe Skier, who's been quiet so far. He wins that flick on.
Yeah, you're right about Skiak there. You know, it seems to be a name you say a lot, but just a quiet start.
It's well played by Louis Crawford. He's going to drive forward. Here he comes, the right back.
Good.
He's on himself. He's looking for Gabe. Comes inside. Jack Hodge on the left wing now. He's got plenty of time. Takes his man. Ball across. It got a deflection. Took all the sting out of it. And can Cali now launch a counter? They can't as yet. Hodge is covering for Reagan, a left back. But Broomhill are largely back into positions again. Was a chance for a quick counter, they just never really managed to find the pass to get it moving.
No, and we're doing well. That when we do get the possession, we are controlling it.
Bilsa will come in. It's good pressing again from Alexander, putting the pressure on. It's a few times he's just had a bit of panic rising in that midfield. Braves have managed to keep it though. Forward to come. Again, Reagan's caught at the left back. A great save by Owen Stott though.
Fantastic save.
That's the second time that diagonal one to left back's just caught Reagan out a wee bit. Couldn't quite stretch to get his head, and it was a great ball over. And you can hear what the gaffer thinks. Bonnyrigg have taken the lead. Wilson. Partick Queens 1-1. As the corner comes in from Braves. That's a high one. Not sure he meant it to be that floaty, but it's worked out alright. They've still got it. Great tackle from Gabe Skaick, and he's won the throw as well. Brilliant work in the area of the pitch that we don't really associate with him defending.
That's a good point. You know, maybe that was all we needed to mention, that it wasn't getting mentioned when we did something.
Min City, if you happen to mean your brother, he isn't sitting too far away from us actually. He's along with the Braves fans on the left hand side. He is here. You might hear him in his patter as half time approaches. He came down with snow on it. Few instructions there for Hodge, for the gaffer. I think he's just wanting him to press a wee bit further forward as Broomhill take the throw in. Comes back to Crawford. And he looks as if Hodge could get on that, and he has done. And it's came off him for the goalkeeper.
No.
Oh, and it wasn't far away. Jack's just bringing himself back together after that. Fairly hit his head, but for a minute I thought it was going to be 2-0. Ball forward, Mike Dunlop. Yep. Deals with that sensibly.
You know, as like you keep saying, and eventually they need to realise that the long balls are not going to work if Dunlop's there.
Jack Hodge just had a look in his face there again, as if, am I just going to get hit with the ball in the face all week? Throw in for Cali. They're looking for options, and instead of going long, Cinnamon wins it. And now there's a chance for Broomhill in the break. Hodge forward towards Slavin. And it's a throw in further up the pitch.
You know, and look, just like we keep mentioning, Slavin is doing superb just holding off that defence. He's making them panic as soon as we get a good ball forward to him.
He's ploughing a lone furrow for now, but he's doing a good job on his own up front. Obviously the idea would be Skaick and Hodge are going to give him plenty of support. The referees just brought the throwing back a wee bit. But Broomhill are on the go. Dom Lavelle looks far side for Skaick, who did win the flick, but he couldn't get enough on it. And it has gone out for a goal kick. Good idea, though.
It's not the first good ball we've seen from Dom Lavelle to that area.
So, yeah, almost halfway through this first half now. What's your thoughts so far, Martin?
I would stick with it being quite 50-50, you know. I feel as if when we get possession, we are showing a lot of good control with it, and we are putting them under pressure. Whereas Cali Braves, when they're dominating, they're only relying on the long balls. They're not really doing much with it, are they?
Yeah, their main outlet seems to have been that diagonal over to our left-hand side. They're right. But other than those two occasions I've done that, I've not created too much. Having said that, here they come again. Looking to put some into play. It's broken down, no. And there's a chance for Broomhill to counter if Slavin can get his feet right. He has, and he's fed it through for Skier. It's good defending just to get in there. Well played from Sean Slavin, though. Here come Braves. Down the right wing. Cassidy does well, committing himself. And Stott keeps it going. O'Sullivan now on the left. He and the Shire have taken the lead against Colts. Sullivan and Hodge exchanging passes. Mike Dunlop comes in to Captain Cinnamon. We're looking quite composed in possession, which is good to see for a team that's still very much getting to know each other.
Well, no, that's what I keep thinking. It's just, even if it is just short spells, there isn't a lot of fumbling about. We aren't losing the ball that much.
Bit of pressure on Mick Dunlop, so he goes back to Owen Stott. And the ball comes forward towards Jack Hodge. Yeah, it'll trundle out for a Braves throw-in. Kamar Roof scored a third, we're hearing there for Rangers. The defending was shocking. Could be early days blues for Lovey. Cinnamon has let it go over him, but it went through Mike Dunlop. A bit of a scramble. Sullivan got on it, but again Braves come away with the ball and they build from the back once more. It's the only concern I'd really say so far, that as much as we're putting good pressure on and we are getting to the ball, Braves are still having the vast majority of possession.
Yeah. To me, the only difference is right now, they are dominating the possession, but we are showing a bit more quality in the ball. But I might have just jinxed it.
Oh, here's an opening here for Braves. Broomhill managed to get back in position. No, they didn't take the chance quickly enough. Still there though.
He's off.
Yeah, offside. We thought it was offside on the far side. But that just shows you they're very much a threat. Braves are coming off two good results.
I think if it had just been a bit quicker at taking that opportunity, we wouldn't have had the chance to actually set up our defence again.
It's a good shout for side. Craig McHale-Smith for Braves in number 11. He is a bit looking. Own stop forward, and now go out for a Broomhill throw-in. Yeah, we just need to start getting on the ball in more advanced areas. We're showing plenty of composure when we've got it in our own half, but I suppose it's a byproduct. He's been a wee bit more direct when we're attacking, isn't it? That we're not having as much possession in the opponents.
No, well, we have been doing in the middle of the park a lot of good short passes, like you're saying, like Dom Lavelle. He's getting a good few balls in to the wing, but we're just not being able to chance anything from that.
It's a ball forward from Cassidy. That'll go out again for a Broom throw, will it? No, it's been kept in well by Cali. It might still fall for us because Gabe's Case won that header. Hodge looks to bring it down. It's a good fight for Dom Lavelle. It might have came off his arm, but Braves have came away. Yeah, and that'll be a foul. Nothing too much in it. Jack Hodge just trying to block the clearance and missed the ball, took them on. Wee bit of Ange chat I can see there between you. I can't see him getting the sack first, to be honest, given that their issues aren't really his fault, are they? So is this going to come short? No, it is going to be a direct ball forward from Cali. Mike Dunlop doing what he does best. And it's a foul collision between Alexander and one of the Braves midfielders. Bit of a 50-50, but it's going to be a free kick for Cali. Not a bad area as well. How you doing, Spro? Welcome in. How's things? Expect to see a lot of that, by the way, folks. I've just seen Squires updated us with Fort William losing to Fraserburgh. If anyone missed it, Fort William are playing all their home games away from home this season. So not only are they one of the sides that tend to struggle in Ireland, they don't have a single home game this year. It's going to be an uphill struggle at the best of times. One off the training ground, but it didn't fool Dom Lavelle. Well covered. Can see that coming a mile off, in fairness.
They've got the pace as well to make something like that work, but Don Lavelle is having none of it.
It's Canyon as well. How you doing, my man? Winner of the draft last night. That was a pre-match thing, not a half-time thing. That it's scary. I'm not sure that was a free kick for Braves, but that's the way the ref seen it. Looked half 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
The worry is if they're both alright after a clash of heads. Can you hear the gaffer asking for an explanation as well? The ref was happy enough to give it. Doesn't mean I agree with him.
It's not the first decision I've not agreed with today.
Bennett, basically the crack with Fort is that their pitch is a state. It's not good enough to play on. So the league have told them they're playing all their games away from home until it's fixed. And that's kind of long and short of it, I guess. It's where we're lucky that we've got a quality 4G surface to play on here. Don't need to worry about drainage and all that kind of side of things. So Gabe Skiach is fine. It looks like both players are going to be all right, which is good to see. And obviously with the rules the way they are, they come off having received a wee bit of treatment. So a free kick again, decent area for Braves to throw a ball into the box. Goes to the back post, and it is a goal. Great ball into the back post, and it was Cali Braves number 6, Jack McDowell. Jack McDowell taking advantage.
I feel like we saw that coming as soon as that ball was in at the far post there, but it was a good header. You know, he's headed away. And his far away post, you saw the defenders clamour there, desperately trying. But
it's always hard to defend a ball that well whipped into the back post, but it's a free kick in the first place. You can't really keep giving away free kicks in that area and expect to come away with a clean sheet. So 1-1. The referees decided to do the kick-off again for some reason, but we're back to level pegging as Hodge and Cinnamon get us underway. Ball out to the far side. Louis Crawford's there. Broomhill throwing. VAR says goal disallowed. Eagles is tier 5 in Scotland. It's tier below the so-called professional leagues. Alexander giving away the full combat of self there. Just a wee bit over the top in the end. Welcome in, Tom. Good to see you. How's things? If anyone has missed it, Tom put the highlights together from the Vale of Leithen game. Let me just drop the old link in there for the YouTube so you can go and watch them. Half time. Ball forward from Braves. Lewis Crawford wins it. Alexander there as well. And Braves getting that second, third ball still, but let's see if Lavelle can start a counter-attack. Looking for Slavin, not Skiach, to run onto it. There's Skiach putting the pressure on. And he's done well, but it will be a throw into Cali Braves on the far side. Fleming, totally agree with me. Totally agree. It's one of those that can go either way, the free kick. The referee's obviously seen it. That it was the infringement from our side, and got to give credit to the ball in, to be fair. Right. Cinnamon misjudging the flight of the ball there. Could be a chance for the counter. And that's a waste of a ball from Braves coming forward. They had an overload in attack and they've just given it straight back to us.
yeah, it definitely doesn't seem like the equalisers really set a fire under either side.
Now we're still Still waiting for somebody to grab this game by the scruff of the neck. It's midfields are kind of being bypassed at the moment as Cinnamon gets on the ball, finds O'Sullivan. Sullivan brings it forward. He's got Hodge for company. Here he is now. Jack Hodge cuts inside. Dom Lavelle looks for the big switch for Crawford, but he's misjudged the ball. And I suspect this will be back to the keeper. It is indeed. And Stott finds Dunlop. One slack pass, build for the back again. Lee Crawford looking down the line this time. Sean Slavin could have stole that, but not quite. Alexander wins it back, but Scare can't find Slavin. Just, we're not stringing enough passes together just now, Martin.
No, it doesn't seem like either side are. You know, we're getting a few nice interceptions in, but they're just finding the feet of Cali Braves moments later.
Ian McPartick have now taken the lead against Queens after being behind. Man City, no chance. Cassidy now looking for a pass. He's gone out to Louis Crawford. Good pressing here for Cali Braves as Cassidy goes direct looking for Scare. They're not looking too comfortable under those kind of long balls in the defence for Braves, but we've not been able to do anything with it as this one comes out to Jack Hodge. He's going to have O'Sullivan in the overlap. Looks like he was fouled, but it's play on. There's O'Sullivan. Can he get it across? He's going to cut. He's gone outside his man. And I think he's overrun it. The referee's given a goal kick rather than a corner. Just didn't really look comfortable there. He was looking for a chance to get the ball in, but was well crowded out. Going back to Jord, by the way, I realised I missed your question. Rebranded over the summer because we used to be linked with BSE Glasgow, who are basically a youth development kind of organisation / sports club, and we're not anymore. So that's the long and short of it. And they've got their own senior team in the lower levels to let the young kids get more of a chance of playing in the senior team. They were struggling again with us, in all honesty. Direct ball forward from Braves. Cassidy does well. Crawford will clean that up, but it had already gone outside. KFC gets another ball.
Yeah, beat me to it.
Yeah, I think the balance of play, Braves are probably on top at the moment.
Yeah, it's, you know, like I keep saying, they are dominating possession, but I don't know, I expected more, I think, after the equaliser. I feel like some of the style of playing has been switched over. You know, we're going for a lot of long balls and Braves are struggling.
Right, here come Braves now, trying to find a way in front. They do have an overload on the left. Scare gets across, but the ball does get in. Sullivan heads away really well. And there's a chance for Slavin to get on. That's a slack back pass. And yeah, free kick for Braves. It's one of those that if it's against you, you're raging if it's not given. Just need to get a wee bit more support for Sean in those kind of situations. So 3 defenders to deal with on his own. Here come Cali. Alexander going to try and close down now Cinnamon, but Sullivan with a vital touch there. Just as well he got it, otherwise that was a 1-on-1. Yeah, he's playing well, Sally. To be fair, he's been pretty good since we've brought him in, has Sean. Now that he's got a goal, hopefully he just kicks on for here. Lavelle isn't going to win that one, but Cassidy will. Goes back for Dom Lavelle now, and it's a foul given against him for the battle underneath. And Dom is not a happy chappy about it.
I can't really blame him. It seemed as if, you know, it just seemed like they were having a cuddle in the middle of the pitch, but I don't think it was a foul.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it, to be fair, but Dom just needs to get his head back in the game a wee bit. Ball forward from Braves. Sullivan edged out of it, but he's kept his task well. Ball across. Has a big chance, but well defended. And a chance now for Gabe Skeith to bring the ball forward. Looking for Slavin, doesn't find him. We're still under the cosh. Alexander doing his best to get the press on again. But Braves find a way around now. That's a bit of a nothing attempt. Kind of sums up their attacking play the last 5-10 minutes, so that plenty of the ball in the right areas, but they're struggling to find the right pass to get balls in or find the final ball through.
Yeah, I think that definitely shows that the biggest threat is going to be the balls into the box. I agree with that. It was a cracking ball, and they probably should have made more of it. But won't complain from our point of view. Ball forward from Stott. It's going to come right through for Jack Hodge, who's gone a wee bit out of the game the last 5-10. Dunlop forward, Slavin trying to win the flick on. It has got through for Hodge. And this is what Broomhill need, a wee bit of possession in the forward area as Hodge. Slavin turns his man. That's a foul right on the edge of the box. Great area for Broomhill. And this is definitely probably one of the first free kicks of the game compared to Callie's 12.
And I thought Hodge might fancy this, but it looks like he's going to leave it for Cinnamon. But 20 odd yards out, right at the edge of the box. He's got to have a paw for here, surely. Cinnamon does have a pop, hits the ball, comes back, and he snatches at the volley, unfortunately. Just not enough height on it. He did he did give somebody a rattle in the face by the looks of things, but chance goes. Braves again. Passing it about comfortably enough at the back. Not too much pressure on at this point. And it'll be a long ball forward. It won't get all the way through because Cassidy's there. And Cassidy couldn't find Slavin. He was caught in his heels a wee bit. Here come Braves again. Crawford on the far side defending. And he's done well. He's kept his task. Ball still manages to get in. O'Sullivan wins a header though. Braves again looking to the left, but the Skirk. He was on the different pages again for Slavin. Slavin had started his run. Skirk thought he was staying put. Just a bit scrappy. Broomhill again won the ball. Good play from Cinnamon. Putting his foot in the ball, back to the keeper. And now we can go down the left with O'Sullivan.
Yeah, we just need to find a period of control now. That was a good spell there for Braves.
Hodge inside, Alexander. Cinnamon. Yep, keeping the ball away. We'll go back to the keeper again. Just feels like we need this, so a wee spell of possession and putting the foot in the ball. Dunlop and Stott. Out to Cassidy, who's got a bit of room here. He can bring it forward. Crawford. Back to Stott again. Just need somebody. There's Hodge making himself available for the pass. Yeah, it feels like we're just not getting the centre mid on the ball, really. Lavelle and Alexander have been quite quiet. Dunlop. Exchanging pass with Cinnamon. Here comes Lavelle now, looking for the ball. Nick's going to go direct, though. Slavin's there. He fell over at the vital time, as did Jack at the same time. But we've won the throw-in. Bonnyrigg 2, Gretna 0. So you'd think Rose will see that out from there. No disrespect to Gretna, actually, because Jonathan is in the chat, obviously. Lavelle back to Sullivan. Mike Dunlop finds Cassidy. Cassidy can go out far side or he can come back, which he does to Mike Dunlop. And Mick goes back to the keeper. Sold it a wee bit short, but it is a throw-in for Cali Braves. Away from Cassidy. Well won back by Lavelle. Now Hodge. Can Hodge bring it forward? He's found a great pass over the top. Slavin. Oh, he just had it taken off his toes. Unlucky. Great idea for Jack Hodge there, though. That's why he gives you something a wee bit different. Crawford wins it, and it'll be a throw-in on the far side to Cali. Sounds like Ricky Waddle's pretty happy with the way things are going. I think he heard me saying his name there, you know? Got a wee glance up. Ball on the far side. Again, it's a bit scrappy. Broomhill get away with it. Slavin doing his best to hold on to it, but support not getting there in time. He's getting a wee bit frustrated now. You can see in his demeanour. Braves again getting plenty of time between the defenders to stroke the ball about. Forward they come. Here comes the press from Hodge. Oh, and they broke the lines there. Dunlop brings down Stars. It's going to be another free kick in a dangerous area for Braves, similar to where they scored their goal from. All hands on deck. 3-1 Bonnie-Rig. 3-0 then 3-1, Jesus. And it's 3-0 bonus. We're hearing as the latest away at Vale of Leith as well.
What are you thinking, 5 or 6 is full time?
It could be anything if it goes at that rate. Ball to the back post again. Another outstanding ball, and it's unmarked, and he's put it straight into the hands of the keeper. What a chance for Cali Braves.
Definitely. I don't think they're going to get another chance like that.
You can see Mick giving Dom Lavelle a bit of a telling off, so I'm assuming it was Dom's man that he lost. Sean Slavin doesn't win it, but he puts enough pressure on. Ball keeps going forward. Hodge looking to bring it in, but Braves clear it away. Stars does well holding up. Hodge has stolen it though. Here's a chance for Alexander. Good pressure on him. Comes back to Casti. Oh, nice little touch for the big man. O'Sullivan now finds Lavelle. Lavelle goes down the wing. Hodge has got a chance to get it across, and he's just sliced it off his left. Decent chance that to get a good ball in. Again, it's more frustration for us though. By the way, everyone who has dropped a follow on the channel, I've seen there's quite a few of you. Thank you very much, folks. Really appreciate it. Feels like it's been the story of half of the first half, but the Braves got the ball in defence and strung that about. Here we go again. But pretty content just to let them have it in this area of the pitch and put the press on as soon as they get towards our area. That's going to go out for a goal kick if O'Sullivan can hold it off, and he does indeed.
Yeah, pretty much feels like both teams now are just waiting for the half-time whistle.
Interview Ken at half time and ask him why he's sitting with the Brave fans. Roving reporter. The ball goes forward. Slavin turns his man. That could break for Alexander, and it has done. Oh, unlucky. He was falling over as he tried to take it. It looked like it came off his arm, but he got away with it. The ref didn't call it in.
It was only a brief claim when Braves realised where the ball was going.
Yeah, I suspect if it had hit the back of the net, we'd have probably heard more, but decent attempt given that he was falling over. Has to go down in the books as a big chance. 2-1 Dalbeattie. Curry in the double again, jeez. If there was such a thing as top goal scorer odds for this league, he'd be right up there. Cinnamon caught forward. Braves trying to take advantage, but he's got back in position. Louis Crawford's done really well at right back. And there's Cinnamon to complete the clearance and get the throw back for Broomhill. So we're just basically waiting for the half-time whistle any time now. Been a decent first half, just feels as if it's been a wee bit stop-start when we've been attacking, is the only thing.
Yeah, the chances that we're getting, they've been the main part, but other than that, it's kind of became a bit lacklustre so far.
And there is the half-time whistle. So as the sides trot off, it is 1-1 at half-time between Broomhill and Caledonian Braves. Pondon has just came in with the raid as well. Thank you very much, my friend. Everyone who's just came over to Pondon, welcome into live coverage of the Scottish Lowland League. You've just hit half-time, so we are going to go on a break shortly, unfortunately, but it is 1-1 between Broomhill and Caledonian Braves at half-time. So what's your thoughts then? Reflections on that first half, Martin?
Well, there's definitely been a few standout performances there. I think our forwards and Sean Slavin, Jack Hodge, I think they've been terrific. They're trying to make the best chances at any ball they get. Like I keep saying, Sean Slavin is really causing trouble for Braves defence. But, that Braves equaliser is just not what we needed.
Right, what we'll do, we'll just have a wee bit of a chat, and then obviously it is half time, so we do need to go for a pie at some point. Making sure that we're actually on camera. We're all good, Cammy? We are all good. So yeah, to be honest, I think I'll take 1-1 at half time. I know we took the lead, and we've only really had one chance we've taken it, but we're just looking for a wee bit more going forward the second half, aren't we? Oh, Ken being nosy in the background. There you go. There's your brother, Man City. Aye, he is in with the Cali Braves fans, you noticed. But going into the second half, what are you looking for?
I think it's going to be a lot of the same. I think if we're going to score another goal, we need an opportunity like that. Like, we need the ball to fall nicely for us, because Sean Slavin's control when he gets it, especially up against defence, it's been superb. I don't want to call it and say that it's definitely going to be him if we score again, but that would be who my money's on. I just think we need to really watch the long balls into the box, because that's been Brave's biggest chances.
Aye, they've been going direct, especially down our kind of left side when we're defending there. The couple of balls into O'Sullivan, who I think came on a wee bit the first half. He got caught out by one or two, but after that he was pretty solid, and he actually stopped a guaranteed 1-1.
Yeah.
A great kind of last ditch challenge.
Like you keep saying, for a defence so young, they are showing a lot of experience beyond their years, and to block a shot like that with the nose coming in, it's a massive. It could have been a game changer, but it was a game saver for us.
On the other hand, in terms of positives for Sean Slavin, obviously getting his first goal, took it brilliantly. As Simon said in the chat, selfish as hell, but great goal.
Exactly. That's what we were saying. We're about to scream past, just square the ball, but it was a nice, clean finish. And it's exactly what we needed at that point of the game.
That sounds like another raid, and it is. Dirk, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, folks. You're coming over to half-time coverage. It is a live Scottish Lowland League game we've got here, Broomhill against Caledonian Braves, 1-1 at half-time. So I can't believe two folk have came in just to see a chat at half-time. We will be back in about 10 minutes for second half coverage, so don't go anywhere, folks. But we are about to go on a slight wee break, because this guy needs a pie, that guy needs a pie, and we both need an iron brew. So stick with us. We'll be right back. I'll leave you with a league table and a glimpse of what things are standing like in a minute, and we will see you shortly. Welcome back, folks. Players just coming back out onto the pitch. Bring the camera around the field for you. So I'll give you a wee reminder of the lineups today. Thanks for hanging on as we didn't end up getting a pie, managed to resist. But let me, before I go any further, say thank you again for the raids. It was, pardon me, both Dark Chocolate and Pondon coming in. Thank you very much, guys. Really, really appreciate it. And all the follows after that as well. So we had Hutchie, Sparky, RVN, Khalid. Thank you very much, folks. So, in case you missed it, you are tuned in to live Lowland League football, Tier 5 of Scotland. Broomhill, who are, in this case, a good team, our team, at home to Caledonian Braves. And it's been pretty level as a contest so far, 1-1. Braves maybe had the better of the first half. Obviously, we're hoping it'll be a slightly different second half, more goals coming our way. And I've got my co-commentator Martin here with me. What are we looking for going into this second half, mate?
Hopefully a bit more excitement than the first half. You know, it was a strong start. It was a bit fast-paced, and then I think we took the sting out of it there when we got our opening goal. But after that, it was just really lacklustre.
They say each camera on people has £10. How many cameras were on Ken? Ken was just being a right creep behind us, if anyone didn't notice. Martin thought we'd had a random accoster. And we are off and away again. The second half starts. Broomhill popping the ball diagonally forward, and it goes out for a Braves throw-in. So, new half, same outcome as we get started. Harry Brown. I'm not sure, Hutchie. Be totally honest with you. As Gabe Skier gets on the ball, didn't really see much out of the first half, but it's broken down. Cassidy's there for Broomhill, but Braves on the ball again. Great work from Skier though in defence. Braves win the throw-in on the near side. Cinnamon in there, and he's going to break. Alexander on the ball, can't find the pass, so
He's just looking for Ski up there at the wing. Like you were saying, if it was for fullbacks, that they're really making their way up the wing a lot more often than they should. And it is effective because they're getting back into position well.
Ball out to the left, Louis Crawford's there in the cover, as Martin says. They're still doing well to get back. The fullbacks is a good save though from Stott. Cutting in on the stronger right foot.
I don't know if you could catch it in camera, but from my angle, it was a good curl in that. I didn't actually think Stott was going to get to it.
Lucky it was not quite down his throat, but more at him than not there. Otherwise, that could have caused some problems. And Canadian keeper now sends it forward. It's going to come back from Mike Dunlop. Thank you, Jim Jam, for the sub. Much, much appreciated, mate. Not sure if that deafens you or not, but it's quite loud here. Sounds like we're just trying to start a fan chant. As Braves got a chance, edge of the box. What a save from Owen Stott! Far too much room on the edge of the box for Mark Kelly for Braves. Sent in a looping effort towards the far post. Stott's not the tallest keeper, but using his agility there, made a belter here.
Done superb there. It was a fantastic strike.
So, Jim Jam Newkin. Got you. I just had a wee chat with Jambo. He's absolutely fine, don't worry. As Braves look to send the corner in. Here it comes. It's right on top of the keeper, but Owen does well. Now, is there a chance for a quick counter? It's held up. Kelly putting his body in the way, and Broomhill will take their time. Crawford looking for Slavin. Good ball. Slavin takes it in. He's still got it. Skake's there in support if he needs him. And it ball just slips out. It's a slack pass from Slavin after good work. But it is a throw-in to Braves in, well, an area we can try and pin them in if it all works out. And that's exactly what Alexander's trying to do now. Another throw for Kelly. Manuel Neuer in there. JK, I'm sure he'll take that. Good play from Skiak and Alexander. It is a foul and a free kick to Broomhill. No advantage. Similar area to where Braves put a couple of really good balls in the first half.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can follow suit.
Well, fingers crossed. There's certainly been a bit of luck at that spot of the pitch today.
It was indeed Alec Miller. Man City, good spot, man. The name change basically over the summer, because we're not linked with the Youth Academy BSC Glasgow anymore. That's why the change came in. But hold that thought. Is it bobbles about in the box? Shouts for handball both ways. Now can Braves launch a counter? Mike Dunlop putting the pressure on, and he's done the right thing because that ball has gone out of play. If it got forward, it could have been dangerous at the back. Should sign this one, lad goes by Mbappe. I mean, if he's available at the right price, you know, might be able to offer 10 quid and a Fredo for him. That's going to be a soft corner. Didn't look like too much was on there, but Braves have put it behind, so see if Broomhill can keep the pressure on. Straight into the little car park. Right, Cinnamon standing over it. Hodge is over on the far side as well. Don't think he's going to go short though. Dunlop and Cassidy showing interest at the back post. As it goes towards Cassidy, and he couldn't get over it. Got in the right area, but just too kind of close to the ball. He couldn't get up and above it to get an effort on target. Quick ball from Braves, looking for... Oh, he was offside anyway with Stars, but that's interesting. That's a couple of times I've looked for a very quick...
I'm pretty sure
ball
they actually
forward.
just need the ball into his face.
If it clears it works, doesn't it? Bit of slack from Alexander. Cassidy covers well for him. And he's fighting away for it in the midfield. Cinnamon wins the ball back brilliantly. Needs help though. And he's got that help. He's played the ball through for Skier. Again, it's a bit scrappy, bouncing about. Braves get it forward. Cassidy does well. Almost lost the flight of the ball in the sun, but did it. Got it when it mattered. Squired, have the Lowland changed rules for relegation? Yeah, that's right. So essentially, with the final table, Rangers B and Celtic B won't count. Just take them out of the final standings. If Rangers B finished 18th, for example, and Vale were 17th, Vale would get relegated. And the same with promotion as well. Slavin holds it in well. Just looking for a bit of support. He's done brilliantly to win the free kick there. Was stuck with nowhere to go. Did his job really well. General Costa. It's a bad gin, but it's a good gin. Crawford looks forward towards Slavin. It's going to break out for another throw-in for Broomhill, but more positive signs at the start of the second half, Martin.
Yeah, definitely. I think for both sides, there's been a few opportunities there, but yeah, I feel as if we're finally taking a bit of the possession that Braves seem to dominate in the first half. Throw-in
has found Gabe Skier. Gabe's still got it. Under pressure, back to Crawford. Ball in. And it'll be another throw-in. Didn't quite catch that across. Maybe a wee bit fortunate to get the throw off it, but we go again. Jack Hodge looking to get on that. Still Broomhill ball. And it is still Broomhill ball even with that clearance throw-in for Louis Crawford. And we'll start from the back. Mick Dunlop. Over to Cassidy. Moves it quickly. Crawford back to Cassidy. Good composure for the defenders there. No panic. And Stott sends it forward towards Crawford on the far side. And it goes straight out of play, so Braves get a chance to get back on it. Yeah, I think they've changed the wording of the rules squad just for one season, basically, because regardless what anyone says, it is a one season thing for Rangers and Celtic B. They won't be here next season. Oh, it's a bit of a reaction there for the Braves number 11. Stott goes over to break them apart. Jamie Walker, that was for the Braves, beating O'Sullivan, the left back, and he didn't take kindly to being hauled down.
No, Moz, I did remember at the start of this match when you said it would be a quiet one and there'd be no confrontation.
Well, nobody told Craig McHale-Smith that. But Jamie Walker, not a fan of getting stopped when he's beating a man, clearly. So a yellow card for O'Sullivan. Did the card go for Walker as well, given that he raised his hands, or have they just let
You would
that?
assume it should have.
Yeah, it is. Here it goes. Referee's called him over to get his chatting to. Yellow card still in his hand, and there it is. It's a silly booking. Really silly booking to pick up.
Yeah.
As someone says, a proper cynical foul. Not just a cynical foul, a proper cynical foul. The referee has just got injured at Albion Rovers, we're hearing. Robbie Savage not happy to get tackled. Chris, don't even talk that into existence, mate. Bonerig 4 Gretna one now is the latest. As Braves send it across, and it is a vital header from Dom Lavelle there. If he doesn't get that, it's probably going to be 2-1, Cali.
I feel like we're finally maybe catching on to a lot of the long balls, because it always seems that they're going straight to the far post. There we seem to have about 3 men on it, and it's just lucky that Lavelle was able to clear it.
Chance still there for Braves though as it goes out for the corner. Flooding forward, well headed away by Sean Slavin. Hodge is there to try and put the pressure on. Oh, and that's an unbelievable attempt. He's hit the post. And on the rebound, Walker has put it away. That first attempt for Braves was for all of 40 yards. I can't actually make out who hit it. Went through a ruck of bodies. Stott was on site. He'd hit the post. And Walker was fortunately placed to put in the rebound. Broomhill 1, Caledonian Braves 2.
You knew Walker was going to catch that rebound, but I'm still in awe of the first effort actually hitting the post. You can see that it took everybody by surprise.
It's one of those that if it comes off the post there, it just needs to fall luckily for you, and it fell for Walker in the end. But I still can't believe he took that shot on and it worked. So Broomhill have got it all to do after taking the lead early doors. Looking forward towards Slavin, who's there, and he's brought it in well. Cuts inside. Oh, he tried to find the far post, fallen, didn't quite get his foot around it, but decent response. And there's going to be a substitution for Broomhill. Looks like Dom Lavelle's going to be taken off. And I believe that's Cammy McNair looking to come on, number 18, is it? Oh, it's Finn, sorry. It's one of our several gingers. Finlay Gray comes on. You talk about combative midfield. You've now got Alexander and Finlay Gray together. So we'll see if that freshens things up a wee bit. Gala taking the lead against Berwick 2-1 now. That's an interesting scoreline. As Finn tries to get straight in the action, Hodge is there. Ball's going to break through. Cassidy puts it forward. Oh, and again Slavin almost sneaking through there. Here come Braves in the attack, though. They have looked good going forward. Broomhill getting numbers back. Braves still got the ball. Finlay Gray putting pressure on. Alexander covering his man. Got to say, of all the teams we've played so far, Braves have probably had the best off the ball movement we've seen of any opposition. As we win the ball back here.
We can definitely tell there that second goal has gave them some good confidence.
Yeah, Broomhill just need to keep the heads, stay in this. Game's far from over. Cassidy looks forward. Alexander tried to find a flick on, didn't quite. And it's Bro for stars now. With Sullivan. Oh, it's Sullivan! We got very, very lucky. Stott shouted it was keeper's ball. Sullivan thought he was shouting to get the ball passed back. Luckily for us, it went the other side of the post from that back pass, but that could have been game over.
You can see the frustration, a few cracks starting to show here.
Yes, what I was saying, we just need to keep the heads. Owen's had his he's complaining, so hopefully that's what got in the system. As Walker takes the corner for Cali Braves on the far side. Whipped in again, back post. That should be keepers. Stott get a fist. Still there. And is well blocked by Mick Dunlop. It's just really scrappy at the minute. Good save by Stott. Yeah, as you said, Martin, Braves got their tails up a wee bit. That was Zach Butterworth coming in with the attempt on his right. The ball's just not sticking when we go forward, and Braves are taking advantage.
No, and they can see the cracks showing as well. You can really tell that this is going to be their period of play for quite a, in my opinion, quite a good while. Unless we can really make some chances here.
We've somehow managed to smuggle that out of the corner area. I thought it was going to go for a throw, but still Broomhill ball. Finlay Gray gets on the ball. Does really well, but surrounded by too many. He's broken free. Alexander finds a quick pass out to Hodge. This is more like it from Broomhill. Cinnamon now. Can he switch a play? Takes his time, finds Crawford. Crawford looking forward for Slavin. Ball's still there to be won. Crawford again, Hodge. Flicks it through. Falls to Finlay Gray, who brings it down really well. Jack Hodge. Alexander. Back to Crawford. Now Skier, can he get it across? He can. It bobbles about, and Braves eventually look as if they're going to get away with it. Cassidy's there. Still falls to Braves. Co-stars. That's going to be brought back for Cinnamon, but for now, Braves still come forward. Zach Butterworth, co-stars. Owen Stott will take that. It's getting a wee bit frantic, isn't it?
Yeah, you said earlier, that one of the best things was that our defence was able to maintain composure. We seem to have lost that composure.
Yeah, we're just need to keep the heads a wee bit. I feel like I keep saying it, but this is better now from Broomhill. Had the first, what I'd call proper passing attacking move there in the second half. See if that gives us a bit of confidence as the boys stroke the ball about. Cinnamon goes out to the far side for the Sullivan. Hodges came inside. The Sullivan looks over the top. Easily cleared, and Mick Dunlop will start the move again. Going direct this time, Mick. Slavin and Alexander. And it's put out on the far side. No, it's still in play. Can Hodge keep it in? He can't, so will be a throw-in on the far side for Cali. And there's that booking that we thought Ryan Cinnamon was going to get. He has now been given for the foul, it feels like 5 minutes ago now.
It's not really a booking you can argue against.
Yeah, but this is the Lowland League, if anyone's wondering, Tier 5 in Scotland, so one tier below the SPFL. Cinnamon Twister. That's not getting any better chat the more you see it, man. So direct ball forward, Cassidy's there. Ryan Cinnamon wins that one. Now that looks as if it's going to fall for Alexander. Just nicked away. And Braves come forward once more. Butterworth comes inside. That could fall for... Nah, not quite. It's just... We're just slightly missing out in these second balls, aren't we? And that's going to be straight through from Walker for a goal kick. But yeah, we just need a little break.
Yeah, we're going to just take the sting out of it for just a couple of minutes to regain that composure you've been talking about.
Here's another sub, and this is an attacking change. Andy Monk coming off the bench. And Ross Alexander. Yeah, I think Alexander was tiring a wee bit there. Run himself into the ground. Andy Monk goes straight up front to join Sean Slavin. And if any of you remember Andy from the first stream, he is a bit of a goal scorer. So let's hope he can get a chance or two.
Yeah, without a doubt, our main man on the bench if we really want to get back into this.
Cassidy brings it forward. Looking towards Monk. Monk's there and he's gone to it. He's done well to hold it up and Broomhill fighting away for it, but it has brought to Braves. Bonnie like 5 getting a 1, jeez. Bit of Tonkin there. And this is what you'll see from Monk. He's a wee bit more mobile than Sean and just gives you something a little bit different. So we have sacrificed a man in midfield for an extra striker. We'll see how that all plays out. Cinnamon and Gray, now the combo in centre mid. Cali Braves come forward again. Walker getting more and more into this. Shame not to shoot, still running with it. Butterworth's going to cut inside. He looks for the far post and it's a great save by Owen Stott. He's got one move, does Butterworth, but it works. Yeah. Cuts inside and he's right and looks for the far post.
But Owen Stott has been tremendous this second half.
Yeah, the keeper's keeping us in it at this point, Stott, isn't he? He's having a good game. But you just get the feeling that if Braves get a third, it could be curtains, so we need to keep things tight at the back as well as pushing for an equaliser. Ball across. It's a free header. And again, Broomhill get lucky. Kelly, that's the second time he's had from a set piece, an unchallenged, well, basically 6 yards out, attempt to go, and neither time has he looked as if he was going to put it away.
Every opportunity he's had, he's put it straight into Stott's hands.
He had the volley from the free kick in the first half, and then that free header. As Braves again looking forward. Jack Hodge putting the effort in to try and close down. Bit of pressure on. It's gone through for Coal-Stars and Mike Dunlop is there to see that one out. Another ball for the KFC car park.
I think that's number 4 for the day.
We're running out of balls at this stage. Albion Rovers are still waiting to start their second half because the referee got injured. We're hearing, so classic Scottish football returning. Throw into Walker. Sullivan does well. And he completes the clearance now. Monk, he's lost it. First touch, kind of put it up in the air and left up for grabs. Here's Sean Slavin putting the pressure on. Big defender for Braves at the back. Number 6, Jack McDowell's had a decent game for them. Walker should get on that, you'd think, and he does. Can't find Butterworth though. Skier will sweep this up. And it'll be a throw in for Broomhill. Wraith Rovers 4, Hamilton 0 is the latest score. Hamilton are not enjoying life back in the championship. The linesman says that stays in. I thought it went out.
It was out as well.
We go on, McKelly. Still Braves dominating possession as we go on. Butterworth seen more and more of the ball, but he slipped in, gave Louis Crawford a chance. Casty gets it away. And I think one of them had to go for it, both went. Broomhill's got a chance now to counter Slavin. Great pass to Jack Hodges. Hodge now. Cuts inside his man, he's got a chance to shoot. And he waited too long. His chance went. In the end he just stabbed at it and it went harmlessly wide. 10-2 Ashfield Dalry. Gee, there's a few big score lines going through. Yeah, Roscoe. Gaffer's down on his haunches just now. Just looks like he's trying to think a final sub, a final change to change the momentum here. As Braves take the goal kick. Kelly wins it. And Cassidy, I thought he'd done well to block it, but the referees adjudged it came off his arm. And it's another free kick for Braves in another good area as well. Falkirk COVID depletions and all are beating Cove, which is a turn up for the books. 14 men out until this morning. So that's a hell of a result if they can pull that off. Back post ball yet again from Braves. Sullivan does really well to win that. And it goes out for a corner. Yeah, I agree, Roscoe's. Pretty tough call, that one, but no point arguing, there's no VAR at this level. Maybe for the best, that Martin.
You think?
If anyone watched this last season and remembers that Haddington game, it's probably for the best. Ball in again to the back post from the corner. Creature's a habit of Braves and it's working for them. But this time it goes all the way through for a Broomhill throw. We've still got just over 20 minutes left in this one. Broomhill need to get moving. Lewis Crawford now brings it forward. It's a good stop on the ball down the line. Butterworth. Cole Stars. That's great play for Finn Gray. He's won it off Stars. Chance for Broomhill on the counter. Gray brings it forward. He's looking for Slave and he's gone left over for Jack Hodge. Hodge cuts inside.
Come on.
Sinman with an opening. It's a good block from Walker, but it's still there. Oh. And Louis Crawford is too heavy on his ball to the far side. Good play from Finn Gray though. That's what we need, a wee bit of a momentum shifter. Winning the ball in the midfield and starting a counter-attack straight away.
Yeah, you saw him start that run there and he just knew he was going to be able to intercept that. It's the type of runs we need. We just need to actually do something with them.
Yeah, we're just calling out for somebody to drive through, aren't we? Mike Dunlop puts yet another ball into the car park. Technically, the game gets abandoned if there's no balls, right? We must be down to the reserve ones now.
You got that at the line, no, just get sent to KFC.
Come back, Visnack. Cali Braves. Walker gets there. Gets it across and Lewis Crawford takes no chances. There was a man behind him. But the gaffer telling on that he should have been talking to his defender there.
Yep.
Probably didn't he give away the corner, but here we are. Yeah, there you go, Roscoe. Manager clearly agrees with you. The keeper needs to come for that. So we'll see what happens from the resulting corner. We probably didn't need to give away. Keeping two men up front now. You've out of sight. If this does get cleared, and that's exactly what happens. Mike Dunlop wins a header. Braves have managed to hold on to it, but it's a slack pass from them going forward. There was offside given anyway. And it'll be a free kick for Broomhill on the near side. Spares the blushes, the lad a wee bit who's looked. Basically playing a front four now when you look at it. The wingers are right up there, Skeach and Hodge. Sound the horn as Mike Dunlop sends it forward. I think that's going out. Skeach keeps it in brilliantly. Andy Monk now turns his man. Needs a pass and he's found it, but he's won the free kick doing so. Good play from Andy. And this is a decent area to have a free kick. The Albion Rovers match eventually restarted with one lino. League 2. League 2 level. Have they just got a random fan holding another flag or something? Cinnamon. Back post, great ball in. It's a well cleared header from McCallum. Skeer holds it in. No, Cinnamon again. That looked like a handball, but it's going to come back to Ryan. And again, it goes back post. And corner to Broomhill. Well challenged by Andy Monk. One of the weird boys in the pitch. He's done well to jump up there and force the defender to put it behind. Looks like Liam Evans is getting ready to come on, so when I said a front four, make that a front five, possibly. Kelty 2-0 up in their League 2 debut. So here's a corner.
First chance in a while.
Oh, it's right under the bar. Brilliantly cleared by Braves. Great corner into the back stick. And Braves have just about scrambled it free, but out of nothing. That was a massive chance for Broomhill to equalise. Braves are still sitting right back, so here come Broomhill again. Great.
It took a while, but it's been the biggest chance of this half.
Crawford, Monk exchanging the passes. Gabe Skeek on the right wing.
You can definitely see the difference Andy Monk's made since he's came on.
Yeah. Here comes Cinnamon now, getting further forward every time. Gray now. He's looking to sweep it far side. He's cut back in. Andy Monk and Slavin are there. And it has gone out to the far side from the clearance now. O'Sullivan finds Hodge. Ball in from Hodge. Not cleared fully. Still Gabe Skier. Much better spell for Broomhill, thus. Cassidy sends it in. Braves just about get it clear, and this is their chance now to get out. Walker tried to feed it through for Coal Stars, but Cassidy read it well. Broomhill now on the attack again. Jack Hodge. Louis Crawford. Cinnamon building it patiently. Out to Sullivan on the left. Sullivan looks back stick. Cleared away again by the defence, but it's fell to Finlay Gray. Lost his footing, but it's still with Broomhill. Sullivan again. Mike Dunlop. Cinnamon will probably come across to Cassidy here. Here he does. And Cassidy driving forward. It's intercepted, but it has gone out for a Broomhill throw-in. Much, much better spell of play.
Yeah, just what I was about to say. We're finally enjoying a good few moments here.
Stirling Albion take the lead against Denhousemuir. As Broomhill come forward, and it's going to be a throw-in for Cali. I thought it might have gone out for a goal kick, so we'll take the throw-in. As the final sub is coming on now for the home side. On loan for Alloa is Liam Evans. And I think it's Gabe Skier that's coming off.
Yeah.
So it's an out-and-out front three. We've got Evans, we've got Slavin, and we've got Andy Monk.
Yeah, it's a lot of rotation here in the past couple of minutes.
Be interesting to see how they line this up. Hodge might just drop off the front three, but it's three out-and-out strikers now on top end of the pitch. Monk wins it. It's going to be another throw-in for Broomhill. They're going to send the bodies into the box, and Crawford is going to just hurl this as long as he can, I think. Hodge gives him an option. Braves get it back though. Finn Gray does brilliantly to sweep that up. And he's found a pass as well, there's Jack Hodge. Cassidy over to O'Sullivan. Looks direct. And that will get through actually for Louis Crawford. Another change coming now. At least we thought it was going to be another change until Califace manager said, "Where is he?" So I guess that sub's been delayed. So Louis Crawford on the throw. Liam Evans brings it in well. Ball still in play. There was shouts at it going out, but here comes Crawford. Oh, and that final ball just slacking. Can Braves bring it forward and get out? They've been under the cosh for the past 5-10 minutes, and have done well there. Bringing it forward and winning a throw-in in the Broomhill half. Strollers are still leading against East Kilbride. Kilby's had a really so-so start for favourites, haven't they?
But then Strollers have had a terrific start, sitting second just under Stars. It's definitely two contenders we never thought we'd see.
And here's a notable sub for Cali Braves coming onto the field. Number 17, formerly of BSA, Ross Lindsay. He was with us last season. Centre mid. Gives the ball but right to us. Nice him. But Braves get it back. Now Walker. It's gone a wee bit quiet. They need to keep getting him on the ball. And that's going to go straight through. So Broomhill's still very much in the ascendancy here. Stott sends it forward. Sullivan. Direct ball forward, looking for Evans. That's going to be a foul because he pushed his man in the back. Just not enough in the ball forward from O'Sullivan. He left of his own free will, Roscoe. We didn't keep him with a ball and chain. And Evans, again, the Ravenelli comparisons are getting made with his hair. Big man on loan for Alloa. Faint Leicester, you're not. 2-2 in Greenock. Christ, there's goals everywhere. And I've seen a few of you saying Wraith for Hamilton too. Oh, Cinnamon's header's gone backwards, as is Cassidy's, and it worked out, but nervy times there on the defence. Owen Stott comes out the left. O'Sullivan now brings it forward. Looking for Andy Monk. Turns his man, but it's going to be swept up by Braves. Cinnamon's there, sends it back forward. Hodge does brilliantly to bring that in. Crawford sends it up. Somehow Monk challenged in the air against the tallest man in the pitch. And his play on is given here. Braves will get a chance in the counter. And a foul is given against Mick Dunlop, who's not impressed. You can hear a few of the Broomhill players questioning why the Braves player's holding his head. Physio's now halfway on the pitch, not knowing if she's needed. Yeah, I think he's fine. He was just a little bit of gamesmanship on show there. Bit of sudden toothache, possibly. Kind of ran into him, that's it, Jamie, but if you get the ball past the man and do that, you're going to win the free kick 9 times out of 10, so sensible play in the end for the Braves midfielder. Lindsay. It's a great ball into the back post, but Stott collects brilliantly as well. And Broomhill on the counter, but Cinnamon almost lost it. He's done well to hold it in the end. We start again, Crawford. Direct ball forward, Hodge. Lays it into Finlay Gray. Finlay Gray's got a chance getting through here, and he's well marshalled in the end by the Braves defence.
Again, like I said before, the last time he had a good run, you see him, he knows exactly where the ball's going to go and he gets himself there.
It's the closest we've came to getting somebody breaking the lines and getting in behind. So we're in the last 10 minutes now, depending on injury time. Broomhill still 2-1 behind. Needing something to spark. As Zach Butterworth goes on another mazy run, he's done really well for Braves here. He's got Walker on the far side. Walker cuts inside. Has a pop, and he's got underneath it. But the game's opening up now, as you'd expect. So Owen Stott. He's probably going to send this direct. No, he's going to go short. Mike Dunlop offers up. Finlay Gray sends it to Cassidy. Broomhill need to come forward. For now, quite content to keep possession and build patiently. Cassidy looks over the top for Monk, and it's a great ball if he holds it. It's good defending and a sharp pull. It's a silly foul again.
It's just put it in the folder of the unnecessary challenges that we've made today.
Just little niggly things we don't need to do, and we're making life easier for our opponents.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's gone from 4-0 to 4-3 between Wraith Rovers and Hamilton. In the mud. We're not quite in the mud yet. It's only 2-1, mate. But how you doing? Welcome on in. How's things? Yeah, we took the lead, and to be fair, on the balance of play, Braves deserved to be in the 2-1 lead, I would say now, but we've been much, much better the last 10-15, so still all to play for here. Mike Dunlop, the experienced head, brings it forward himself. Plenty of room for him. Sends it down the line. There's Evans. But the fullbacks again cover well. It will be a throw-in for Broomhill. 4G pitch, yeah. Hodge. Cinnamon. Oh, he's dispossessed. It's good play from Braves, but can't afford to lose it in that area. Cassidy running across the cover. Oh, and he's been outpaced. Luckily, Lewis Crawford with the covering outstanding from Crawford at the right back there. Zach Butterworth had a tap in if it wasn't for Louis. But that's the chance you take, though. When you're chasing the game, you've got to leave one-on-ones at the back. As Finn Gray comes forward. Andy Monk offering short. Cinnamon goes out the far side. O'Sullivan, he's got Dunlop outside him. Takes his time. Cinnamon, look for the direct ball here. Crawford's managed to find a way in for the right. And as a corner for Broomhill. It's amazing for the height of Andy Monk how many aerial challenges he doesn't necessarily win, but he pressures and wins things off them.
Exactly. It's not the first time you said that. He does really well to win the headers when you didn't expect him to. But you've got to wonder, is this going to be one of our final attacks?
Still time, don't panic. How did I know Zach was going to drop the Argyle scoring? 3-0, good stuff, mate. As Cinnamon sends a corner in again. Great. Oh, how's he missed that? A foul had been given anyway against the goalkeeper, but that's two unbelievable deliveries for corners for Ryan Cinnamon now. Something tells me the keeper's not as hurt as he's making out here.
Nope.
Don't think the referee's buying it either, to be fair, but...
Now, like you said, it's the second good chance we've had from the corner. Obviously, the first was almost a bit of a scramble in the box. Cali
Brave's just taking the sting out of this here because the last 15 minutes has been Broomhill in the ascendancy and the better team, I would say.
Yeah, it's been our best period of the second half, without a doubt.
Green Army. 3-2 Partick. That's some game JKGs. So what we think, folks, is we're just waiting for the keeper to get a wee wipe of a magic sponge and suddenly he's absolutely right as rain. We fancy our chances of getting back and getting something here. What's the verdict? I'd argue I've been pretty fair, Man City. I think we have been a better side the last 10-15. Albeit, having said that, we've not really created any clear-cut chances, have we?
No.
Is the main thing that's gone against us. It's all been set pieces that we've had.
Yeah, exactly like you said, it's just been those two great deliveries in from the corner, but...
Cassidy wins that well. Slavin. And it's going to keep going for his Hodge. Can't quite find the ball through, but Crawford can. Mike Dunlop at centre forward. And Braves ultimately complete the clearance now. There's opportunities there for them if they can get on the counter, but good play from Finlay Gray. badgering away in the midfield, and it'll be a throw-in for Braves. It's basically going to be 2-on-2 at the back if we are going forward, so we just need to keep an eye. It's another throw for Braves. That is true, Chris. I didn't think about that, actually. Bournemouth 5 up, jeez. Crawford wins it. Andy Monk and Hodge combine. Hodge again. And Crawford sends it forward now. Slavin does well. That's never a foul, but Braves play on. To be fair, he was looking for a foul there, but McDowell's been really solid for Braves at the back. And no confusion this time. Stott shouts that the ball's his and he takes it. Now Broomhill, Cinnamon, captain, sends it forward. Finds Evans. It's one of the few times that we've gotten behind, but Evans' touch wasn't good enough. It's not often their fullbacks have missed an aerial ball like that, but couldn't take advantage there.
Yeah, we're really just not finding that spark to get us back into this.
That's a handball. Ross Lindsay with one of the more obvious fouls you're ever going to see in your life. Cassidy brings it forward. Loads of green in front of him. There's the ball. Jack Hodge brings it down brilliantly. Has a pop! Oh. And I think it was further away than it looked because there wasn't too much reaction for the keeper, but there's going to be opportunities here. Vale of Leithen 0. Bonus 7.
Said it yourself. As soon as it hits 3-0 at half time, all bets are off in the second.
That's it. If you're losing heavy at half time, it can end up anything, can't it, in this league? Generally, most games have been really competitive this season, which is a plus point. It's getting harder and harder to get results in the Lowland.
Yeah, and it also seems, right away we're seeing upsets between teams that were struggling in the past. And
yeah, Saz came back for Broomhill. Stott clears it up. Mike Dunlop is playing as a centre forward now. Big centre back. That's almost sneaked through, but we go forward again. Braves are now diving for everything. Crawford, Slavin. To be fair to the referee, the Braves are appealing for everything and they're just getting wiped away.
Everything
so
and anything.
You can understand why they're just wanting to take the sting out of the game and get the 3 points. But Broomhill have a chance still. Crawford with a long throw. Finlay Gray puts it back in. And I don't think he's given the foul. I think he's just checking to see if Gray's alright, but the shouts went up. Finn's alright. And we play on. It was a double hat-trick in that Vale game. Grant and Miller both get hat-tricks for Bowness. Oh, Wraith Rovers. Wraith Rovers went from 4-0 up to 4-4 with Hamilton. Sorry if there's any Starks Park folk in the chat here, but that's horrendous. After us saying 3-0 could be anything.
Exactly.
Still time here for Broomhill. Stott doesn't bring it in clean late, but doesn't matter. There's one Braves player in the Broomhill half in a minute. Soon to be 0 as Cassidy brings it forward. Sends it up the pitch. O'Sullivan flicks it on. And it's just blutered away. Anyway, it'll do just now for Cali. Cassidy's happy enough to let it roll out. So the big centre half's going to have to throw it himself, and he does. Back to Stott and goals. Stott does really well. Cassidy, Cinnamon. Finlay Gray bolting up the pitch for this one. It's gone out to Evans on the left. And again, the right back covers it really well for Braves. It's been the story of the game, that. They will not be dancing in the streets of Wraith tonight. You never know, they might win 5-4.
You can hear Ricky Waldo really adamant that the game should be over by now.
Yeah, he's calling for the full time as Cinnamon. One last chance, possibly. It's going to come for Gray. Gray gets it over. It's going to fall for Monk. Hodge. Can he get it across? He's won a corner. He's won a corner. This is the last chance saloon. The 4th minute injury time, and Braves are not impressed. So this is it. It's now or never for Broomhill. Cinnamon's going to send it to the far stick. It's going to come for it. Oh, it's a big chance for Dunlop. And just as soon as that ball goes over the bar, the full-time whistle is sounded. Cassidy flicked it down at the back post for his centre-back partner, Dunlop. And you can tell he's a centre-back, he's not a striker, the way he took it. But ultimately, with the full-time whistle, the scoreline is Broomhill 1, Caledonian Braves 2 at full-time. Tough one to take, that, Martin.
Yeah, it really is. I think, a game like that is ones that would really be, we need to be winning.
Yeah, it's a game the gaffer would have looked at as a one that would be targeting at least a point, if not 3.
Yeah, especially right now looking at the league table, these are two teams, we are both kind of sitting at the middle, so these are the games we need to win if we are really wanting to take the fight into the top positions. But, I think there's a lot to work on after that game. It's not really exactly what we needed. I think we got a bit happy after the Bonnyrigg game, at least because we know that we looked good.
Yeah.
And there was bits to work on. I didn't really see that today.
Yeah, it wasn't the best performance. Even then, we still had a chance or two as we went. Could have had a point, but I think, is it fair to say in the balance of play that Braves probably deserved the 3 points?
I'd say so. It pains me to say, but I'd say so. Yeah, like you said, we got to the second half, it was all Braves. We were lucky to have maybe 10-15 minutes of strong, controlled possession. Other than that, I think Braves deserved 3 points for a play to them.
As you say, Roscoe, it wasn't the prettiest of games either. It was quite scrappy at points. Neither side really managed to put kind of more than 5-6 passes together because both are playing quite direct football a lot of the time. But you can see, you might not be able to see cameras on us, but the gaffers get all the Broomhill boys out in the pitch for a bit of a post-mortem there as well. See you later, Ken. Ken Mirren there, long past us. But if you're a midfielder or a wide player, you'd be wondering why you were there, says Roscoe. There was a lot of bypassing in the midfield. To be fair, I think our wide players, Hodge especially, was getting quite heavily involved. But it felt, when Finlay Gray came on, we felt more balanced in centre mid, didn't we?
Yeah, no, I kept saying that. As soon as he came on, there was a lot of aggressive play and he was getting such good interception. But he's running, half the length of the pitch, but he's got no one to pass to there. There was at least 2 occasions where he knew exactly what was going to happen, what he wanted to do, but he had no one to work with. And I think that's something we need to build on. On
the plus side, for us, other than a few set-piece lapses, I think defensively we're getting better. We're looking a wee bit more solid there. Dunlop and Cassidy together are forming a partnership.
Yeah.
Fullbacks-wise, I think O'Sullivan in his debut did well.
I was saying that at half-time. I thought it was horrendous in the first half, and I think it just got even better. Like you said, and I'm just using your words again, we showed great composure in defence. And other than, a 10-15 minute spell where we kind of lost it because there was mistakes in the back line and then communication issues, but I think we gathered ourselves again, we got right back into it. So I think it's positive in defence for the future.
Now, before we go, I am going to quickly check something because, believe it or not, those of you that haven't been watching these streams for a while, we are still playing a cup competition for 2 years ago, technically, the 2020 South Challenge Cup.
Mm-hmm.
There was a semi-final getting played today, and we play the winners of it in the final. So I am quickly going to see if I can find out what the full time was. It's Hillabeath Hawthorn playing against Dunipace today. And have they put any? They have indeed. Dunipace won it. So coming to this channel in the next couple of weeks, we will have a cup final for you. Broomhill will be going up against Dunnypace for the South of Scotland Challenge Cup.
And do we have a venue sorted yet?
I don't know if we do have a venue sorted yet. Do we have a venue for the South Challenge Cup? Linlithgow. From Linlithgow. There you go. So it'll be Broomhill, Dunnypace in that one. Hopefully, better result than today, fingers crossed. Get some silverware in the cabinet again.
Be the first under the Broomhill name.
That's it. It would be the first chance to win something under Broomhill. So, otherwise, thank you very much, every single one of you, again, for spending your afternoons with us. Really appreciate all the chat you've given us. Obviously, I had over 100 Ian at points, so great support. Thank you again. The big grades came in from Dirk and also from Pondon as well, so thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that. If you enjoyed what you've seen, drop us a follow, watch us. We won't be here next week. I don't believe we're away, aren't we?
I think we're away to Spartans, yeah.
We're away, but I will let you know on Twitter when the next live game is, because it's only home games we're showing this season. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Saturdays, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully we'll bring you a win next time. Fingers crossed, right? Catch you later.
Cheers.